Hello. Using my old phone, Jeff. No, it's not my new phone, it's my old phone. But I've lost all my details, so I've literally only got Facebook and YouTube. I've tried everything with the Samsung, done what it told me to do, but still not worked, so I have to wait for Samsung Help Support Centre open. I'm hoping they can do it manually over the phone, because it don't work what they stated. But if push comes to shove, I've always got my old phone. It's just not as good quality. My memory is shocking. How can you forget a password you just did? And religiously, I always write, usually 9 times out of 10, write passwords down in a book so I don't forget, and lo and behold, I didn't write it down this time. And every time I do an incorrect password, it locks the phone for longer. 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours. So basically while the phone's locked, I can't touch it. This is my old phone, I don't know how great this looks. But it was either a case of come on here and do a little bit of live and chat, or sit in my room and stress out, because I'm already stressed to the eye of, and so I thought I'd go live for a bit. I do that now, Jeff. I'm 45 years old and I'm doing it now. I can open the fridge and not know what I've gone in for. So I blame it a lot down to my medication, because I never used to be like this. I've tried not to, but I'm a highly stressed person, Jeff. Evening FM. Yeah, not bad, mate, not bad. Was going alright, and as I said, till I forgot the password for my new phone, and now it's locked. And I can't, and Samsung's closed, so... Technology, eh? But apparently you can remotely do it. So I followed all these online procedures, what it said to go to Samsung Mobile and blah de blah, found my device. I found the device, but there's no option to unlock. Evening, John. Hope everyone's alright. Let's go to my rainbow tank. That's better. Yeah, same, that's what I'm doing. I'm just taking a cigarette break. Just doing water changes 50%. But I've just had to fill the water bin up, so I'll let it get up to temperature. I obviously heat it up to temperature. Unless I'm trying to breed my Corydorus, I'll always add the water in cooler. Because when you add cool water with Corydorus, especially RO water, a bit of RO water, they lay eggs on the glass like clockwork. Yeah, that's what I plan to do, chat to him tomorrow. Because everything I tried to do with the phone online didn't work. Damn passwords and whatnot. And as we see here, I now have a space for another tank. I dismantled a terrarium last night. Do you know it's a lovely tank, this? So I needed something to take up my time, because otherwise, like I say, I'm just sat in my room stewing, thinking how can I do it, because I hate being defeated with something. And I'm more angry at myself for the fact I forgot. Do you know how long this took to skip, believe it or not? This comes on mats, and you just thing them in, and it's grown everywhere. I got these through Blend, they come on mats already grown. And they're so easy to plant. A couple of root tabs and it's took off. At one point it was dying off, but it's come back. But yeah, it was a quick, I escaped this in about an hour. Lobelia. I'm not really good with plants. No, Glenn, this is my old phone. Luckily enough, I didn't send it to Dan. I've told Daniel I can't give him this phone yet, because I'm gonna give him it, but not yet, obviously. The answer to your question, Glenn, is no, I didn't sort it. Luckily enough, I didn't send my old phone off to give to Daniel. I'm having to use this phone to retrieve all my Samsung account, because it was told your Samsung account you can remotely access another device. It picked up the device, the S24, but it just wouldn't allow me to unlock. So we shall wait to see what Samsung supports here. You'd think Samsung support would be open 24 hours a day, don't you? A lot of people around the world will have Samsung products. Hello, Mexicali. Yeah, Liliopsis. That's the one, Liliopsis. Liliopsis, blah blah blah. It doesn't take off at first, but I'll tell you now what I've found with me. What made it come back was Swell. I bought Swell brand root tabs, and I put root tabs every so often. I drop a root tab in it. Seems to be working, because it's growing all up the back, down the back now and along the front. Started to send out runners. But all my crypts in here have grown so beautifully. Very little melting back. No, I don't have the Aura Blue now, John. Didn't do well. I think they're more suited to target parameters. I had them on GH5, pH 5.8. Just dwindled. I have a lot of crypts in here. That's it, Liliopsis Nova Zealander. Yeah, I bought 3 big mats of it on. When I say mat, it comes on like a plastic like square grid thing, but it's all attached to it. So you just press it in and away you go. I don't know if Daniel has Aura Blue still though, because he got some. A man come all the way from Poland, and yeah, I didn't get the information to say what was. Yeah, I'm okay, Keith. Just peed off with myself. There's the little female Maliwe Pelvichromis. All the fish are over there. No worries, Glenn, that's fine. I didn't expect anyone to be about, if I'm quite honest. I just thought I'd try. I kind of needed someone to talk to de-stress. No wonder I've got no hair. My own fault. No, as I said, FM. Happy scaping, mate. Maintenance, whatever it is you're doing. Maintenance, sorry. These rainbows are really laying eggs every day. God knows how many I've collected up to now. 14 what have hatched and now eating baby brown shrimp. I don't even know which species, because I've got I've got 4 species of rainbows in there. I've got 2 species of pseudomogul, and I've got the threadfin, and 3 species of pseudomogul. I've got the red pseudomogul red neon, which to me aren't red neon, they just look great. This is where all the babies are going. And as I say, I'm going to get a tank there. Probably move that tank up a bit and get another 80cm. Or some small tanks, I'm not sure yet, because I need some fry tanks. Because all my fry tanks have got basically fish in what was being picked on and stuff. So I'm getting to a point where I'm in a bit of a situation. The joys of breeding fish. Overly breeding fish. But for the pair of Neil and Prolegis Brashadi albino, I've separated them finally, so there'll be no more of them. I have the aqua soil in RO with GH+. This has got aqua soil underneath it. Funnily enough, where the aqua soil is all there. And look at the growth. But yet there's none here, but I root tabbed it, and as you can see I've got my pothos. I love pothos. All tanks should have pothos. I'd get peace lilies, but with having cats, if cats eat peace lilies they can go into like an anaphylactic shock. So you've got to be careful with what plants you choose. But if anybody wants any UK based, anybody wants any already done cuttings, I've got loads. Just have to pop them into your tank. I think I've got about 3 different species. Right, let's go back to my room. Back to my man cave. Hydra lights, broken. Damn Hydra. Right, we've got a bit of glare back off that. How come you've got aqua soil in with our what you done? Oh, have you done some, Keith? Which aqua soil are you using? Have you tried Aqua Deco natural soil? Never even heard of it. Never heard of it. It's not one that I've heard of. But if I saw a picture of it, I could probably say, yeah, I've seen it along the way. But no, I don't know that one, Keith. That's a new one to me. Nature soil, the olive not stuff. Oh no, yeah, I know which one you mean on nature soil. I've never tried it. Wouldn't surprise me if nature soil's not the same brand because of Shrimp King. Be interesting to see them both because Shrimp King soil's rubbish. And I know Oliver Knott works with Chris Lookout now on some brands of foods and whatnot. I know he did the soil, I just didn't know what it was called. As you'll know, his soil's more based for plants. Yeah, makes sense. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Denarel, I'm sure he sources it through Denarel. One soil I do rate is JBL, but really expensive. Really expensive. What a dull day Sundays are here. Is anybody else like me what just hates Sundays? The only thing I like about Sundays is my maintenance. Yeah, keep track of the pH. It'd be interesting to see what it gives, because if it gives a good pH, I might look into it myself. But as well as the pH, it'd be interesting to see the longevity of it. See how long you get out of it. But if you want to know about any other soils, feel free to ask, because Glenn will tell you I've tried God knows how many different soils over the last 2 years. I've tested all. No worries, Jeff. Enjoy your cookout. Nice for you to drop by, mate. Matey, as we say in England. Yeah, you say it's a lot cheaper than most, but why is it cheaper? In my experience with soils, the best soils cost more. Just dismantled the full terrarium, so now I'm left lumbered with all this. Bromeliads, Pothos, piece of Liz. I'll either send them to Glen or they'll go in the bin, because I can't be bothered to plant them. So what we all up to on this lovely sunny dull day? got left to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tanks to water change. But like I say, I'm just letting the water get up to temp. I don't use dechlorinator because outside I have a HMA filter, so the tap water goes through the HMA filter, comes up into my room, and then goes through another dechlorinator, which slightly reduces the hardness, I've noticed. So what I've had to do for my Shelley's water is put a bag of crushed coral in there, just to boost the water butt up a bit, and it seems to be working a treat. Looking at it now, like God said, I've got all male congos. Need to get some females. Crochet, as I found out, it used to be real cheap. I think I paid $8.99 for 300 gram bag. But it used to cost nothing. And now it's not as readily available. It's increased the price. See, I could use pH up, but I don't like adding so many chemicals into my water. Chicken grit. I'll show you something here, Keith. I've already done it, mate. 1 second. I'll just turn that. I'll get the light to come on. But it actually does work. Works exactly the same. This tank's got crushed oyster shell in the substrate, and without adding anything to increase the GH, the water in this tank is very hard, so it works a treat. That was done by accident. I only added the crushed coral just as a little effect, just around the stones, just to change the sands from the stones, so to speak, like a visual. But kind of like accident, but it's cheaper. I'll send you the link to the one I got. You get zero dust from it. It's pure filtered quality oyster shells, not with no little bits into it. It's all equal size bits. That came in a 500 gram bag. Well, mine's not dissolved, but it was quite sized pieces. That said, I did put a lot more than that, but I don't know if it's gone to the bottom of the sand. But yeah, it's good stuff. There's many ways to achieve things, I guess. But yeah, oyster shell definitely works. 1,000,000%. It probably does. It probably actually does, which makes sense. You can even, I suppose you could even, what I bought in, like, I could have crushed it down even finer, but like I say, I only use that in my Shelley tanks. All Shelley tanks have a bit of, that one doesn't have any crushed coral, so I use oyster shell for that one. Put my hand in the tank to get that horrible little bladder snail out. It's gone. must dissolve faster, Keith. Hello, anybody else who's like lurking in the background. Swear for sure, you've got no to those, really. Apart from, just be careful if it's soft water fish species, because your water it does go very hard. I'll be keeping rainbows in there. Rainbows. You see, I keep my pseudomogul at TDS 200 and GH8, KH3, whereas my air tanks are GH12, KH6 and TDS 420. But pseudomogul, like a bit more softer water, is the only reason I did. Whereas other rainbows like a bit more pH. Keep my pH in my rainbow tank and my Congo's tetras and African tetras tank. I keep them at 6.5. But I really want a discus tank. And I'm thinking if I move my 3 small tanks on the bottom of a rack, there's enough space there for a 900 by 450 by up to 500 tall tank. So I might get some discus yet. I'm not saying stone, but I've always wanted discus. And why not when I've got RO water? It makes sense. I love Bosmani. Prolific breeding fish, and when in the morning, always in the morning when you turn the light on and they're going that flow, the colours what they give off are so intense. Rainbow fish are very underrated. Very underrated fish. Because 90% of the time they're not showing the full potential. But once people see them in the true jackets and colours of clothing, like, ooh. But I won't mind some more rainbows. I mean, Wharf Aquatics have a nice rainbow selection. I counted 19 different rainbow fish in there. Some of them I didn't even know, because a lot of them was like named after certain lakes and stuff and areas. But yeah, I don't like me Bosmani. There's quite a few fish I'd love to. I'd love a big predator tank. I'd love stingrays, but space and money. Cali Tower, seen them. There was some other ones, a species of Parkinsoni, but one the Parkinsoni red, and I've never seen them. And there was one called Lake Kubo or something. I remember the Parkinsoni. You've got to get to Wharf, Keith. Be in your element. And the plant section and their scaping soils and all the scaping stuffs section is immense. Once you've been, you'll probably say it's the best shop you've been to. Team Life Lessons, hello. Is Jeff still with us? Don't think Jeff's about right now. I hope you're good. I hope you're well. No, it's not here. Looks like it's just me and you, Keith. At least I'll be able to answer questions. Excuse me. God, I cough in this room and something falls down. I'm thinking of letting some of my Shelleys go and filling the tanks with something else, because one tank of my Lamproloca Zambia, they're all the same sex, and they just kick the living daylights out of each other. So it's a case of a fish looks like, yeah, nah. My Brushadi I think are going to go, because I just, apart from separating them, I can't stop them breeding. And then when these are at the size, these will start breeding. I'm not sure yet. If it buffers the pH okay, I'll set the mixer. Yeah, why not? If it works for you. Taking you over to my shrimp. So stay right there. An automatic tripod would be amazing. And where you press a button and it goes up and down. Why is that longer than that? Aha! It's the only thing, trying to get the tripod close. You really are limited to where you can go. What food shall I try? I'll try some Ebi again. Ebi Dharma. Always works. Hi Marie, hope you're alright. How many hours did you manage on that bingo, bless you? Long time, 24 hours. I'd have been in bed by now. Yeah, well, the way my fish room's set out, Keith, the floor space is minimal, so it's a bit awkward for the tripod to spread out full distance. Come on, shrimpies. Looks like I might have to coax some over. That being said, these have been fed a little bit too much when I'm showing them on camera and stuff. 20.5 hours. Kudos to you. And well done for raising all the money you did. I was trying to donate until I had to enter a password, and because I've changed phone, my PayPal through GoFundMe, I didn't know my PayPal password, so I couldn't donate. Hi Shane. This camera's just not as superior as the S24 though. Very, very grainy. You see what people spend thousands on cameras? And that camera I spent £100 on is rubbish. This is my boas. My orange base and the blue boas. These are the shrimp I paid £300 for 6. But as you can see, the picture quality is terrible. Absolutely terrible. It's still, well, I'll donate Marie once I've sorted out. I can't even get on my new phone. I've locked myself out, so I have to wait for Samsung call centre help to open. I can't do it remotely. I've tried. Brand new phone and I forgot my password. And because I've done so many failed attempts, it's locked me out the phone. Silly Robert. When I get the chance, I'll donate anyway, if it's still open. That's some moss everywhere. That's Fissenden's Nobilis. Yeah, £300 for 6 shrimp, Marie. Unfortunately. But to buy these shrimp, to make nice shrimp, I had to. There should have been more than 300, by the way. They're about. If these was in Asia, they'd be worth about 2,000 Singapore dollars, about 1,700 English pounds. I'd expect that to come with their own cameraman. I'll be getting some. I'm going to the shrimp farm next month. Taking my partner for a day. She's going for a day out in Manchester. I'm going to go to the farm and do some videoing, and I want to interview him. Yeah, galaxies come from boas. That is correct. You'll get fish bones, galaxies, and the occasional boa. And then the idea is you lose your galaxies, you lose your fish bones, your blue bolts, your blue steels, and then you return all the boas. Kind of a bargain, yeah, Marie. But the galaxies what will come from these, Keith, the galaxies what will come from these, the chances are they will have the blues and orange genetics, so metallic blues and... Apologies for the quality of the camera. You can't even see the real quality of the shrimp there. That's so... Baba. What shrimp are you after? Wishbones are nice, Keith. And if you're wondering what that wormy thing in there is, that's a Cali black worm. Yes, I have Cali black worms in my soil, which I harvest for food. I'm going back to here. Sorry guys. I need a bigger room. Talking about anything but yellow. I don't have any Neos for sale personally. I keep mine for keeping tanks clean. But Glen has red fire, which are the ones grade just below Bloody Marys, which I've got some of Glen's shrimp anyways. Oh, have you spoke to Keith? Keith sells shrimp as well. What was that? Surrey shrimp. Yes, boas come from galaxies. Yes, they do. Lots and lots and lots and lots of breeding to get there though. It's funny when people have boas and they buy boas expecting to get boas from boas. Doesn't always happen. You get a lot of this, a lot of that. It depends what quality. It depends in the... Ah, okay, what about your dad? Yeah, Glenn, my dad. Glenn does. I don't know what colours he's got though, but I know he's definitely got reds. Or I can point you in the right direction for some. Not a problem. Not a problem. Recommended breeders and whatnot. Because I only use... Me personally, I only use... I'm a bit picky because I've been burnt a few times with shrimp. He does, yes. Anyone want to take any of these? Come and collect them. Bring a bucket. Yeah, it's the best way to do it, Marie. Keeping it in the pockets of the hobbyist. Not that I'm discouraging you don't go to buy to actual proper businesses, shrimp companies and whatnot, shrimp shops. Because there is a lot of good ones. These are all African species of tetras, for those that have just joined us. Yellowtail Congos, Longopenis and your standard Congo tetra. I prefer African tetras to South American. I find them a little bit more forgiving as well. But this tank's a more softer water tank. GH of 8, KH of 3 and pH 6.5. TDS around 220. EC if you're from Europe. Electroconductivity. Yo, you're getting the shrimp addiction, Keith, because it's real. It's God's favourite tank. He was 100% right, God, about the Congo tetras as well. I think my yellowtail Congos are all male as well. But one of the sources I got my Congo have specifically females for sale, so I think I'm gonna buy some females. Because I like a challenge. God's a sucker for the African tetras. What, do you see shrimp in this tank? There is shrimp in this tank. Let me just find there's a Mano shrimp in here and fire red cherries. There's one. Mid-water. They all hang around on this sponge thing. I have sponge works like just to take the tannins out of the water. So it's technically a black water tank with all the black water and the low pH. But even though there's Congo tetras in here, my shrimp are breeding. I'm going to set the planted tanks up in the house. You might as well if you've got space. Yes, plus sour shocks have 3 or 4 of each colour. Just be careful with what colours you buy, because if they're a bit transparent, or if the legs are tend to be clear on, stay clear. But if it's a solid blue with blue legs, or a solid red with red legs, even a solid yellow with yellow legs, worth the money. You've got greens as well, haven't you, Keith, now? Or started, you've got blues and reds for sale. I know that much. There's some plecos in here somewhere. This tank's 900 by 450 by 28 centimetres tall. It's a low boy tank. Oh, you've got jades and yellows. Yeah, no worries. If you want to lurk away. God, that's fine. I didn't even plan it. I say I've only come on here just to de-stress a little bit. Because Paul Rob's fed up, because I love gadgets and I'm disappointed in myself. I've locked myself out my phone, new phone. And now I have to wait for blooming Samsung to open. I tried doing it remotely with Samsung tech, but see, I don't like the chocolate rose. The chocolate rose comes from your blue. They're nice, don't get me wrong. But it'd be nice if all of them was that colour. But that's the thing with Neos, Neo Caridina. Just a little bit of colour, because if you do let the colour fade, eventually they will revert back to wild type colours. It's also good and advisable every so often, if you can source some good quality, to add to your existing colonies, mixing bloodlines to get a bit better quality cull. Black rose for a Bloody Mary? How's that then if it comes from a blue? So yeah, that's why I don't like Neocaridina genetics are a big giant can of worms. There's no such thing as stable. Same can be said for Caridina though, depending what you get. Clean the algae on this tank. See, even Rob gets algae. Actually needs a good clean, that. Tomorrow's job, once I've done these water changes, it's going to be a long night. It's been a long day already. Only 6 more tanks to do though, so it's not too bad. God, this glass is disgusting. Sorry about the quality of my glass. I don't usually let it slip this much. It's because I've been away. I think my lads left my lights on longer than the 8 to 9 hours I usually do, which has formed some green spot algae. But this cheap magnet, it's the best magnet ever. It's one that if you give it a little bit of oomph, you get it off. Yeah, quite fussy. Is that when it comes to depending on where you get from, it's the best way to be. And fussy. I think it's a good thing that though. Marie, you didn't remind me about this. Where is it? Here you are, Marie. That stuff. Pancure, it's a dog worm, but it kills planaria. It also kills the eggs and the babies. But I can send you it, and I can tell you how much to dose, depending on the size and how many litre the tank is. And it won't kill your fish, it won't kill your shrimp, and it doesn't kill snails. As long as you do the correct dosage and follow my instructions, not what it says on the packet. Because you don't need to worm it like it's a dog, it's minute amount. Then you leave it for about 2 days. If there's any still about, you repeat the dosage again, but only half the dosage. And then a week later, do a big water change. Try and catch any dead planaria you can. But this does the job. This is probably something like this what a vet give, but I can't say a vet ever. I've never had. Oh, yeah, you have had planaria. Well, no, I didn't have planaria. I treated for. It also kills hydra. It wasn't planaria. It was hydra, but it kills both. It's alright. That's where I've gone wrong, Marie, because I did the smart switch, but it hasn't remembered all the passwords, and because I've always been using my old phone and everything's remembered, I forgot. I could have launched the phone earlier. Oh, I was so peed off with myself. But yeah, Marie, I've got your address, haven't I? Just please message me tonight. Just leave a reminder message. Post Pancure tomorrow, Rob. Please, thank you. Bye. Did you get that, Marie? Message me. Just a quick reminder, just to pack it. So I have. If I get it out, if I leave it out, I will remember to pack it, and then I'll send you a message for the correct dosage. I've got a load of shrimp to pack, 2 lots of shrimp to pack tomorrow, some millipedes to pack tomorrow to ship. I'm not feeling it. But I'll do it. Only because one tank's on the top of a top shelf. It's hard work to catch shrimp. Cotton wool pads to clean the glass. Or if you've got one of them sponges. I have all different. I've got proper cleaners. I've got a what is it? This. One of Seacham's on. It has an algae pad, but then you can switch. You can switch it to blade. Then it just glides it off. Like that. And then you've got a blade. Then you just... And there it goes all off. Algae cleaning live. Oh, did I say remind me on Monday? Well, remind me tonight because I'll post it tomorrow. That's what I meant, really. Have I missed anyone off chat? Yeah, I'll post it out to you in the morning. Not with Hermes this time, what was supposed to be guaranteed next day. It don't kill ram's horns. It doesn't kill anything but worms. But it kills Planera. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. You see the Planera shrivel up and pop. Yeah, Hydra's horrible. You touch it and it like goes in. It's like a fresh mini coral. It's weird. It's got tentacles. But again, that panicure what I'm sending you also kills Hydra. That no Planera is rubbish. Don't kill the full cycles. It kills some of the adults, but it don't kill. If you don't kill the eggs, you won't kill the source basically. And if Planera have enough food source, multiply like mad. I mean, if you chop a Planera in half, it becomes 2. It's crazy. Yeah, well, I did the smart switch, Marie, and now I'm absolutely stuck because it didn't keep my old password or anything to access, which I thought it would have done, because it's mirrored everything what was on my phone. It's just like you're looking at my old phone. Ooh. Aptasia, yeah, it does look like Aptasia. Used to work in a fish shop and we used to have to actually spend the morning killing the Aptasia with lime juice, or it'd boil the coral rock. It looks very similar to Aptasia. Same body and like little fingery tentacles. Unfortunately, you are. It's very hard to keep a tank without getting any stowaways of any sort, be that marine or fresh. You've got to be so on the ball. I'm so on the ball, and I've transitioned things from one tank to another thinking I've not, and lo and behold, I've got bloody stupid, horrible little micro snails. absolutely used to wake snails until I learned the kind of serve a purpose. If you overfeed, you eat the other food, the extra food. The downside with snails having ample amounts of food is they multiply like rabbits. Hello Craig, mate, alright. Craig is in the building. I was so enjoying my new phone camera as well, you know. Craig. The Mad Aussie. Fish Mad Aussie. Yeah, it's a really good camera. I was quite surprised. I didn't think there would be much of a jump from the phone what I'm using to what I got, and I was like, wow. I said to the guys when I did the live the other night, I was zooming in and you could actually see the colours on the shrimp and the patterns, whereas on this phone it's so grainy. But if you want to stream, I think a proper camera is if you really want to get into it. I went from the same as me, S20 to S24. Yeah, same as me. Now I'm back to using the S20. My sister has the A53. Massive leap when it comes to quality, I know. Even the picture, even the eye, it's so much crisp on your eye, innit? Even when you're scrolling, it's smoother. Certainly improved it tenfold, but I love my Samsungs. I'm a big Android fan. I've done the old Apple thing. And now here I am with having problems with my new phone. But one day I might invest in just a camera. Back when my internet went out, oh, I love it when that happens. You use the S20 for StreamYard? Yeah, because it does the same thing. Actually, that's a good point. What's the quality like? Because I found when I was doing StreamYard with Glenn, my phone was a bit better, as opposed to straight up onto YouTube. But I'm still learning StreamYard. I'll get there eventually. What's it like when I see you? Clear as day. Pretty clear, really, considering you sit back as well. Yeah, camera quality on StreamYard I found quite good. And if that was you using your S20, then it might be wise to me stream live on StreamYard from now. I wonder if you get better quality. But the S24 camera, I can't complain. I only managed to have 3 days of it, but what I had in 3 days was vastly improved. Even the picture quality, what I was getting on my shrimp, picking up certain colours which you cannot, some colours on Caribbean you cannot see in person what you see in camera. Shrimp in person is very different colour. really hard to see. I had metallic purple. I sold my full colony to Karen, who's been on chat before. She's bought a lot of my shrimp. I sold them to people I knew where I could keep in contact with, so I could see what happened, what came from the quality. But now I've cleared that terrarium. Tomorrow I'm dismantling my crab terrarium. My crabs are going to a shop. Rather than give them away, they said, "Oh, do you want some credit for them?" I was like, "How many you got?" I said, "How many do you want?" Cas Brown, yeah. Cas Brown's got. But yeah, I only let my shrimp go to people I know are quite capable of keeping them alive. I know that sounds harsh, like, but they're not the easiest thing to keep. When you feed these go like what? These go like piranhas. I love it. Whoa! They almost jump out the tank. What else? Shrimp malt. Very good question. A good mineral content diet. There is things like there is things like this. Muntimonite, which is a natural clay, natural mineral clay powder. You add a scoop like this. I'll just show you, for instance. It is fish safe as well. You add a scoop like that, pop it in your water. I know this isn't a shrimp tank, but as you can see, it's dissolving, and then the shrimp pick it up. There's food like white tabs, which is high mineral content shrimp food. You can get Qual Drop Vital White food, which is Vital White, just makes white shrimp whiter because it's got more natural minerals in it. But a good mineral content diet. Some people had crushed cuttlebone. Soak it, boil it, soak it first so it's sinkable. Next day add a few pieces, leave it. But if I don't personally, I give mine a high mineral content diet. I rotate my diets and I never have an issue. But as long as you've got the right GH, KH and things are on point and they're fed adequately with the right stuff, you shouldn't have a molting problem. It does happen. Calcium, I don't use calcium. Start adding calcium, it affects your GH and stuff. Your TDS, if you put calcium like powder into it, your TDS would go through the roof. I know, because I did it. I'm a bugger for using this. This is my godsend. This is what you have to have. You don't necessarily have to have, but you need one to when you come to mixing your water to remineralise it, to put it back in. But £60 for that, but it's worth every penny. Look, does what it says on the tin. I also have a pH one of them as well. Again, but I also have liquid test kits. High pH, low pH. Yeah, TDS pen's a good piece of kit to have when you keep Caridina. Not needed, but then how do you... Well, what you do, you follow the guide instructions of 5 ml per every 10 litres of RO water to get 150 TDS, which is GH of 5. So technically speaking, as long as you do the correct dosage, you don't need it. It's just a reference. But a TDS pen's a good thing to have. I mean, it can tell me out if there's a lot of stuff in the water in my fish tanks and stuff by the TDS going very high, which sometimes when you put certain foods in, feed certain foods, I've noticed some foods increase the TDS more than others as well, which is bizarre. But then I suppose it goes by what's in that food. But yeah, for Caridina, definitely, yeah, this stuff. Just put my fake sunlight on it. I just like the way it makes the water flicker. If I want to boost the plants a bit, I do this. Oh, there's so much to do. But you know when you just can't be bothered? But I'll get it done. It's just going to be a long night. Long night. Shame none of you are local to me who want crebensis, because I've got 4 crebensis to rehome. I think they're all female. Pretty sure they are anyway. I did buy them as 2 male, 2 female, but you know what shops are like. Exactly, Keith. And exactly what you're about. It looks lovely here, but some plants haven't been as good. I've found some plants don't like a lot of flow, but the Lymphocelia sessiflora, is it? That's grown loads. That don't need any help, I've grown that. And I've got Creeping Jenny, which is actually a marginal pond plant, but I have Creeping Jenny in there as well, which hasn't grown very well. It's growing, but very slow. But again, this Liliopsis Nova Zealander, this one here, that's bedded in really well. And so have my crypts. These didn't melt back then, they've actually grown more. Cecile flower. Very easy plant to grow, Sessiflora. Very easy. It even grows not planted. I know because I've put some in here. When I say in here, I'm on about a tank below my feet, by the side of me. Worst place to have a tank is on the floor level. Pain in the backside to do a water change. So I use a pump. I put a pump in and suck it straight to my waist. Yours craps out. Not field Marie. Oh Marie, it's any tank I've planted, it's, as you can see, that's just in sand. It's been trimmed back 4 times. I had to cut it all from the front as well because it was just taking over, and I've got it out this side as well. But don't you have soft waterway? Ah, what did you plant it into? Just sand, gravel? Alright Jeffy, I'll see you next Friday. Hopefully I'll have my phone sorted. Should be. If not, I'll have to use this one. But yeah, take care. Just sand. See, this has got under this sand. This has got aqua shrimp soil, escaping soil. But I have it in this tank down here, and that's not even planted. And I just nearly had a tank smash. Ooh! That was close, that, guys. Oh, God. Hello, Eduardo. Hope you're well. No, I've just blown a light. Fantastic. Oh, no, I am. It works. But yeah, Sessiflora seems to do well for me. It did well in sand on my oil tank, but again, I think that had aqua soil in it. That lamp's just fallen hit the glass tank. That'd have been a nightmare just to finish off a nightmare day. Get glare off this tank. Guys, it's really been one of them days. Can't wait to see the end of Sunday. Yeah, sorry about the quality, but yeah, the Congo tetras and yellow-tail Congos. Apologies for the quality, because I did have a better phone camera, but it's cracked out and locked. Wisteria. Never tried. Don't worry about it, Marine. I think we all get one now and again, don't we? Mine's just today, of all days. Yeah, it's been just the most rubbish this day ever. And if Samsung can't help me tomorrow, my phone is going to go fly into space with a big whee. My mate's is about 3 foot taller grows up the tank. Yours melted. It's mad. Our plant's mad. You see, when I got into plants, I mean, I can remember my first ever plant was that stuff you get, the cold water plant, which I think was one of the first ones on the scene for goldfish, really. I tried plants back then. Didn't have no success, but my brother-in-law at the time, he owned his own fish store, so he was big into it, and he did a big 8-foot thing, and my sisters planted all sorts, and it all grew. And then I really got into plants, but I could just not keep plants alive. Elodea densa, yeah. Used to go in your local pet shop where they'd have just goldfish and a tank full of Elodea. Yeah, quite nice to chat with friends though. Yeah, I agree. She doing all the talking. Glenn's like that. Weird wisteria and limnophilia are easy plants, perhaps outgrowing titanium and multi-plant flowing. Yeah, it's. I think a lot of it's down to what you've got. So to give the plant the start it needs, I think. Some people's are too soft, some people's are too hard, some people are just damn right lucky and get the sweet spot with water. But all the plants what are doing well in my tanks, I've got to put it down to number one, the aqua soil what's underneath, capped off with sand, and the fact I dose not so much with liquid carbon because we won't go there, but I feed once a week with this one, plant food, and I use root tabs. And since I have, there's some plants what I couldn't grow are finally growing. No, not bred before yet. Do you know why they've not bred before? Because if you can see, as God pointed out, I have all males. When I looked at the advertisement, I didn't see it said all on the website. I didn't see the section I bought males and not females. So I need to get some females. But I will have a go. I will have a go because, touch wood, any fish what I've had so far, I've successfully bred. I just like a challenge as well. Plant Plus, yeah. Aqua Design it's from, Keith. It was off Amazon. It was quite cheap, so I thought I'd try it. And it's not in strong doses of stuff in it, so I thought it'd be better. Well, it's shrimp safe because I'm using it. Eduardo, I will get some females and then have a go at Congos. Done all my other fish so far, barring 2 species of African shellies, but one, my Lampreylegus sonotip in Zambia, they won't breed because they're all the same sex. And my Lampreylegus Kamwinsi, I think I've got 1 male, 3 females, and he's just not doing no job. Morning, Chase. Yeah, I will be investing. Like, I will get some females. I just myself actually on the ad what I bought from the website or what I bought from. I didn't see that I purchased just males, and the actual ad was for just males. Me being me. Yeah, definitely give it a try. I used to use TNC, Keith. I just think I ended up with really bad algae. Really bad. I don't know if I overdosed it. Got to give him a try though, Eduardo. I've got the yellow Congos, the yellow-tailed Congos as well. And the other one, I only know the last name, Longopenis, but they're all African species of tetras. I like the African tetras. They had more in the shop, but at the time my funds only went to £400, and I absolutely maxed out at £395. Couldn't even find nothing for £5 what I wanted to buy. I'll need to do some shopping with you, Glen, soon. I need a new shrimp net and some soil. Well, I say some soil, I'll need some soils. Got space for another 5 shrimp tanks. Get some shrimp bread again. Glen, Dad. We're doing again tomorrow. Yeah, in a fully planted tank. The plants, at first when I had the Congo tetras, Eduardo, they was very, very, very different to what they are now. And then when I added plants into the tank, it's like the fish changed overnight. Literally. And then since I've added the other species of tetras, they've even come out even more. They would shy away. I would go put my hand to here and they would be gone. But now if I put my hand up, they all come up like clockwork. How can you not like your African tetras? I will do, Dad. Once I'll sort it out once I've got my phone back on track. I'll sort it out with you. It'll be a big order. Might even break the record. What was my old record, parcel weight wise? 20 kilo. I do order some stuff from GB. 100% Eduardo. Plants make fish feel safe, as with decor. It's why you don't see the full potential in a lot of fishing fish stores, because they're in plain tanks, blue background, and that's it. Them fish won't fully colour up and be themselves until you've got some light coverage. It's like I have tanks with floating plants in, and the fish are always out, for the simple fact if I take 2 handfuls of floating plants out, then fish hide for that until the plants grow back. Yeah, they're dazzling. They're dazzling. They're a dazzling fish. Get them in the right light. They're a right colour. It's like it's an electric blue. And the fins on them, I just love how raggedy they look. SLGH is pluses inbound. Oh no, but what about, have you got the qual drop store? Oh no, you're alright, Glenn. I've got the GHLC from Daniel. It's out of date like, but it still works. But I will need net and soils. Yeah, they're males, and that's why God pointed it out is a good point, because all of them are keeping that electric blue lake top, none of them are going the orange, and that tells me they're all males. So then I looked at the ad and it, lo and behold, males. Oh yeah. Sometimes I think, why am I on this earth? But I can get females only anyway. But I don't want to overstock the tank. But the tank's triple filtrated, so it's overkill. I like to overkill my tanks for the stock levels. I'm big on filtration. I like a good, I like to change a filter the way it works to give a good flow. I love disturbance on the water surface as well. Hello again, Shane. I made 10 of you on. How's everyone and everybody's Sunday going? I hope it's better than mine. I have smudged spot curries in here as well, Corridorus. Tons of rabbit snails. You won't think there's about 50 in there, but there is. A lot of them are under the substrate at the back. Let's see if I can get my Corridorus to come out. Another good food for Corridorus in the UK. Corridorus tablets from Fish Science. In fact, you can break them in half so you can feed accordingly. Watch this, these will try and eat it. Whoop, get off, get off, get off. Another Corridora food I swear by. Tetra tabs. Also, you can crush them in your fingers and make a fry food. I hope everything's okay. Craig Lake, I don't even know what's happened. Do you mean sorry, Marie, thinking me there, algae wafers. They're not algae wafers, they're like a tablet, and it just dissolves in the water, breaks down. Natural formula with insect meal in it. And the Tabmin's pretty much the same thing, but the Corridor's absolutely really good for your bottom dwellers. That's really all man get fed on, apart from baby bran and occasional flake food what manages to get to the bottom, which is very rare when I've got these. But Glenn at GB Shrimp also sells fish food, believe it or not, guys. Don't think that's shrimp food, that's just his logo. I'll show you, the proof is in the pudding. Bear in mind, these have just been fed about 20 times today. Here we are. Beautiful food. Dutch ingenuity with a flecks of Britishness. Yeah, you can get them on Amazon, Marie. That's where I get most of my fish foods from, Amazon. I buy the tubs in 1,070. Why they're coming 1,070 tablets, I don't know, but it works out probably funny. Yeah, I know it shouldn't have been. Or someone being nasty. No matter what media, social media platform you're on, be it Facebook, YouTube, there's always a tit. Send them to me, I'll destroy them, because I'm in the mind for destroying someone today. For a change. Yeah, Marie, you can get them all on Amazon. They're actually cheaper than shops as well. Which bizarre. But Glenn does a lot of fish foods, and his fish foods are really good because I use them as well. Yeah, you won't find any there. Which Ikaras are you after, Shane? You have a nice, mind you, you're down south, so it's a long trek for you to come up here. But there's a shop where I go to and it has a whole wall of Ikaras. I didn't know there was that many. Literally each fish has got its own selection and section wall. I used to use Erin's Keith, but I prefer some to others. Yeah, it's a long road trip. That's it. There was a couple in there what had come all the way from Kent when I was in there a month ago, and it took them 5 hours, 5.5 hours. The good thing about the shop, it's just off the main motorway, so it's really easy to access when you get straight off the motorway. Mark shrimp tank uses Erin. Don't surprise me, or his own. Erin in 2017 bought the monopoly. There was about 500 tons of fish food what came into the UK, all branded fish food. What Erin's uses is actually branded fish food, and they bought it all and just repackaged. A lot of them couldn't get. There was a time when you could only get fish food from Erin if you wanted that specific food. Hello, Joy Fish Keeping. Jose Palanco. Was it Jose or Jose? Yeah, I can't diss Erin because I used to use it. I just, again, as I say, I just prefer some foods for what they do. I mean, I like my Tetra Tab Min because it's versatile. I mean, this comes in, I'll show you, this comes in like tablet form. But what you do, chop one in half, put it in your fingers, crush it like that, it literally turns to a powder, and then you feed the fry. And that's a bottom feeding fish food, but it's high in insect meal and protein, so they're actually getting a good feed. And like I say, and the fact it comes like that, or you can leave it whole and it just dissolves. But even though I've added a pleco thing, I'll put one in here. All these fish love them, and they sink very fast. I'm sure you'll have fry soon. Just got to persevere. New Life Spectrum. Good stuff. I hope you've had a good day at work. Yes, sir. Yeah, you'll definitely will. It's called Tetra. It's by Tetra and it's called Tabby Min. One second, I'll show you. It's just Tabby Min. Really good, but the feed. It's a bottom feeding fish, but shrimp eat it. I know for a fact. Snails eat it. Corridorus eat it. African tetras eat them. African shellies eat them. I can prove that now. I can show you some fry and watch them feeding. But yeah, it's such a, and it doesn't pollute your water much. Like unlike I've found this one, this flake food pollutes the water. When you put this in, my tanks absolutely stink, and I mean stink. Whereas if I use the bioactive Tetra Min flake, you don't get no smell from it at all. Again, when it comes to foods, I'm picky. I ain't even on the thing there, am I? Aquarium fish. It's an old school fold in it, but if my African shellies, it's the one food that won't refuse, the really picky shellies. Apart from my Neil and Pelagus Prashadi, which would eat literally a scabby horse. Goes back to the Hagen. Yeah, I remember the Hagen. Anyone wants to drop their, if you're not already a mod, and drop their page on here, feel free to get some subs. You're more than welcome. What it's all about, sharing is caring. Fresh packet of aquarium smells best. Some foods I love the smells of. A lot of the old fish flake reminds me of the old pet store smell. When you used to have all your dog chews and stuff like in bins where you could buy them in weight, and you had various flake foods in bins where you could do a scoop, and that shop always had that certain smell. Congo tetras are amazing. Must-have fish for anyone with some space, because they do like to have a good swim. But look, there they are all going. Now that Tetra Tab Mini, you can see it dissolving. They go mad for the. So it's a food what feeds a full tank. It's versatile. Cargo's in the shop today, 20k service. Oh, is that how you do it in Australia? Depending on how many kilometres it's done. See, I don't know, I don't drive. If you was closer, Shane, I'd palm you off with a 4 Crebensis. I will get them rehomed. They're lovely adult females as well. Full colour. I bought them as 2 male, 2 female. I knew straight away when I got home. I thought I couldn't be bothered to take them back. Everything's breeding, so 3-4 months time I'm going to have a lot to shift. Ugh. So I'm trying to put things in place before I can to make life easier. Thanks for all hitting that like button, guys. Yeah, there you go. Share, I'll share your pages, guys. So Dry Fish Keeping can check them out. We pack up the electric car. Oh, electric. Everywhere's going electric. I really need to free up some tank space though. I've got some fish in mind. Don't mind some Synodontis petricola. I wouldn't mind a lot of things really. See, I'm crazy, I wouldn't mind an electric eel. But then it's a big commitment and I'd need a big tank. And I'm not the boss of the house, I'm not in charge. I only get so much say. Yeah, good. Cheers, Marie. I'm all new to this, so I don't know what it is, but like the likes of Marie and Red, whose name is Gordon, goes by the name of God. He's good for that. He's a good mod, chief modder. I know what you mean, Eduardo. I've been noticing that. Yeah, never ask if you can share anything, guys. Anytime I'm on, share away. Even if you're not chatting, you just want to pop in just to drop your page, say hi and bye. Feel free. I just like doing these lives. Plus, you get a lot of. I wish I was more confident like Craig, so I could. I will build it up to that, and I'll start letting people see how I actually do things in here. That was always the plan. Because somebody told me I've got too much stuff to not show it off. Not show it off, I mean share with other people, I guess. They always do. I can offer some more, Glenn. Glenn will put some more colour granules in. Bear in mind they've already had to have mins. And that's Glenn's food, guys. Glenn's my dad, my best friend, and my uncle, all rolled into one. That's what it's for, Marie. And if you're not already a mod, just point it out, and if you're a regular here, I'll make you a mod, no problem, so you can do other things. In fact, let's do that now. Let's go on the messages. Who's not? Did you hear the meow? Oh, Glenn, how very dare you not sub to God. It's alright, God, I'll sort him out for you, my man. Slap him around the cheeks. Is Shane not already won? Shane, I've just done Shane. Craig, I'd have done Craig first if I'd have known. In fact, he can have a managing mod because he's the daddy. If any of you have not watched Craig's channel, which I'm sure a lot of you have, pull on the beard, Rob. Craig's channel's this because he's a realist. He shows you how it is, and his tanks are pristine. Well, I think they're pristine. He might say different. I just like the way he does things, and I wouldn't mind all Craig's space because I would kid it out with 100 Carriedina tanks. And I do too, Marie, you learn a lot from them. And all you hear is, "Good day, mate." And then you see his dog, what's the size of an oss? Horse dog. It's a Tasmanian dog. Yeah, he puts in the graft, I've seen it, Maroon. What changes that easy? And then, yeah, he's got L134s, hasn't he? L134s, is that the leopard frog? Pleco. Because they look stunning. They look stunning as babies. I just wish they stayed that way as adults. I wouldn't mind a trio of super white L46s as well. I knew I was right. I don't know my I thought I know my plecos. Or Arcadia. A lot of plecos I like, what I'd like to keep, but it's a fish unless you do the tanker set way. It's not a fish you see a lot of. I mean, you can get those that set up as breeders, 1,000 caves. Good luck looking for the fish. Waiting for a new puff. I had albino L333s, Shane. I actually got them given. I sometimes take on the occasional, someone will contact me who knows I keep fish and say, "Will you take this, will you take that?" It's quite a common thing, really. 90% of the time I tell them I can't take it. Take it to a shop. It's usually always clam loaches or red tail catfish. Alright Glenn, take care mate. PGA has L46 zebras. Nice fish. I like the 236, is it Irini crackback? Similar, but not as dazzling, but a nice fish all the same. We'll give that a watch, Keith. Certainly not feeding these fish anymore tonight. You are correct, Rob. Your Congo textures are all male. I've stopped screen several times. Yeah, God, it was God what pointed it out. And I've only just clicked when he told me. So, like I say, I looked at the post, the ad on the fish website, what I purchased them off, and it did state males. They sell the sexes separate. It's weird because why do they sell separate sex African tetras, but they don't do it for the South American? I wonder why. Unless it's a shop policy. I know there's not as many African tetras. Yeah, they're all male. I even think my yellow-tailed Congos, I think they're all the same sex because they look pretty much identical. And I couldn't tell you how you define the sex of the yellow-tailed Congos if you know, God. Whereas the other tetras, which are in her last name, the longer pennants, something red eye, even though they ain't got a red eye. Some of them look different to the others. They certainly are. Totally different species of the family, what they're in, most of them, the African tetras. I need a good co-host who can do chat and admin on lives. Plenty of them about, Keith. Yeah, so like slender more thingies are usually one sex, whereas the more plump ones tend to be the females. I know I can sex, which ones did I have? Oh god, I had them all. There's not a lot of fish around. Ah, right, okay, but got you now. There you are, I'm a real do it. I bought 6 young ones before you can tell the sex. Got 4 males, 2 females, nice. I never shut up though. It's not a bad thing. Not on these lives, because you need the interaction. You don't just need to sit and laugh. I mean, even Craig, as much as he does, he's still there or thereabouts to chat, because all he's there in the background is Craig saying, "Alright Rob," you don't even know he's there. This is the tank I've got to dismantle tomorrow. This has got my vampire crabs in it and a lot of terrarium plants. I was going to give this tank away, but I'm actually going to turn it into a fish tank. It's the same length as that. That one's a 450 in depth. This is only a 30. 930 for the English. I don't know what that converts in those sizes. They're acting typical male, yeah. Always tail flickering next to each other, male on male, showing the male who's boss. There is one Congo tetra male in there who tends to rule the roost actually. These, I bought them, there was 3 centimetres. I've had them now about 5 months I think. The yellow Congo-tailed Congos I've only had about a month. But I was in the shop and I saw they had other African tetras, so I was like, oh, I'll have some of them because you don't normally get them. What a day. What a day. You can tell my rabbit snails have interbred because they've got dull, mucky faces. Some of them are yellow, some of them are chocolate brown. I truly dislike... Oh, 1 second, that's gone off there. I truly dislike it when I buy fish and they try to give me all males. Well, a lot of shops do it, and I've noticed in the UK a lot of shops are doing it more. Whereas if you want to buy, they're selling things in pairs, sex pairs, but you don't want a sex pair, you want a trio or a quad. You know, it's maybe it fetches more money, and they're trying to diffuse people breeding, basically, I think. Therefore, if I sell them all male, they won't breed, obviously. Just one little theory I have. There's a lot of breeders out there, Keith, what just ship males. When I got into Caribbeana, I found that out when I spent £665 with someone. And all the shrimp I got was basically male culls. Thank you very much. Yeah, probably right, that guard. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that's a lot of it. What it is. It's like there's a shop local to me, and they don't sell female guppies, only male. Which I think's a good thing, because guppies just breed for fun. So many guppies in the hobby. Not enough nice strains kept clean. Tripod skills are next to non-existent. I bet you guys are thinking, oh my god, I'm sorted out, because I am. Here we go, shrimp tank. Marie, if you want some nice pods. Marie, don't get the dairy cows. What he's got, don't get them because the breed. I'm going to show you something now. Watch this. Just bear with me. I'm going to show you something, and you'll probably be like, yeah, nah. Right, let me get the camera on this. Let me get the camera over here. These are what he's got. I shall put the thing down there. Watch when I turn this over. Look. There, can you see? You get overloaded with them. I need to get rid of all these. Honestly, but then I'm going to show you some. I'm going to show you some more exotic ones here. I'll put the light on so they can be seen better. Sorry for those of you that don't like isopods. Whereas these are a different subspecies. These are yellow zebras. Can't get it in focus. These are a better one to start with. I don't have rubber duckies, I have penguins, white sharks and pandas. Or if you want to see a nice example of an isopod, here we have high yellow hassy. Can you guys see them okay? These are just in 3-litre Braplas tubs, so easy to keep. So minimum effort to look after. I've got 42 species, but these are a good isopods are a good source of making some money because they're very easy to ship. So you can make some, you can kind of make some good wonga as a little side bit. So when the fish and shrimp dry out, sell isopods. Yeah, I keep all sorts, Eduardo, me. I'm jack of all trades. I see something or something's new on the scene. I'm like, I want it now. And then I'll breed it and then I'm like, nah. Sorry, I'm more than missing chatting. Most isopods are sweet, they tickle a lot. They do tickle. I don't have spiders. I don't like spiders, man. I do not like spiders. I did have one, but it died. Let's put a white tab in. Whee! This camera's officially rubbish. Absolute rubbish. I had my shrimp on yesterday with my new phone, and like this you could see, and now I can't see. No, curries wouldn't eat them. Well, they probably would if they broke down, but they don't break down, they stay whole. And then you just end up left with a white lump of food, and it runs down into your substrate. So I wouldn't recommend with curries. Hello, Zane. Hope you're alright. Well, it all started out of you mentioning my job. First job was a pet shop. I worked for life. Yeah, sounds familiar. Same with me, that. Well, you can see the difference. You could tell. You could actually see when I was on yesterday. You could actually see the pattern on the shrimp. But at least you can see that lovely ball of mossy goodness. Alright, and I've got Zen. I would have. Where are we? Here we go. I always intended to make you guys, because you're all regulars, and you actually get involved, because sometimes I'll sit back on live streams and watch. Not that I'm being nosy, I just like to lame people and then who I'm talking to about really. Look at the state of that. Well, it looks like I'm blind. That hasn't quite worked out right. Let's get off the shrimp. Not happening. Here, have some albino bruschetta. Still got 6 tanks to change water. Marie's a good for conversation, is Marie. Very good chatter. Good to get things moving in the chat room. Get the jewellies on. Alright Keith, I'll put them on. Not a problem. Here come the jewellies. Here come the jewellies. Here come the jewellies. That one there's Julie. Dave. These are fickly eaters. Some things they will eat, but some things, a lot of foods you've got to, because they've got such a small mouth, you've got to offer them food. But let's try a bit of Aquacare mini pellet. See if they like that. Why am I getting... Oh, I've got a glare off a tank. 1 second, guys. There we go. And that camera's on a wobbly spot. Do you know what, Maria? I ain't been cheap to appeal for people, but I haven't even got round to checking some out yet. But I shall. I always intended to, because I believe if that person subscribes to you, you should subscribe to them and check them out. Because it's all about supporting it. And you probably learn something off each other. Oh, they're eating this food. They're eating it. Very, again, versatile food, guys. Aquacare tropical mini granule. African Shelley's approved. In fact, let's turn the lights up. Things are dark in here. It's like a dungeon. Where've they gone? They've gone off screen. Ah, they're there. We're all adding. Right, let's see one chat. Shane, I haven't made content in 4 years. I won't take it personally, I'm just here to... That's totally fine, sir. It's not all about making content. Because to be honest, sometimes I can't be bothered to make content. Or I forget. And I'm like, why do I bother? One video, one thing. I got 4 views. I was like, well, that was a waste. Didn't take it personally, obviously. I'm just pointing out. You don't have to be here to create content. You can be here to chat. We can learn things off yourself. Oh, you got mud skippers. I've looked after mud skippers in a shop I worked in, but I've never personally kept them. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is nice to see content, but it doesn't stop me from following a person if they haven't created content in so long, because life's busy. Does anyone else have this issue with a Higer? So only this one what does it, but Glenn has one what does it, and this is Higer. I want to know if it's a common thing, because I don't like disco mode, it really pees me off. All my other regulates are fine. If anyone's on chat and you've sent something and it's to me and I've not read it, just read out again. I'm not being ignorant. It's just to read this chat. I've actually got to look at my TV, so I have to turn backwards to read chat. I'm going to have whiplash in the morning. Maria, I saw that, Maria, and I was like, wow. Live's the best, especially with Pokemon. 100%, I totally agree with you there. I enjoy these lives in the chat. I mean, I'm more than happy for people to fire questions on anything. Not to say that I know the answer, but if I do, I will answer it. Or asking me, how do I do things? How do I do this? How do I do that? Because it's good to learn from. You can get bad practice, and then you can get good practice. And like I always say, my fish rod is designed for me. My motto is work smart, not hard. Like, I don't have to pick waste water buckets up anymore because it's on wheels and automated with a. I can switch my pump on and off to empty it. It's been a godsend. Right, let's. It is about working smart, Shane. I mean, it's about making something. If you can improve something, improve it. I'm like it with filtration. It's like what they do on petri fins with sponge filters. The round sponge filters. They actually put a plastic sweet jar on top, and then fill all that with that K1 media, and then just pierce holes in the top, so you're getting the release of the water, but you're turning a sponge filter super. Work smart, not hard. Because at the end of the day, life's busy enough and hard enough as it is. So when you've got fish, you don't want to. Your main objective is to make it work for you as best it can. If that means cutting some corners. Yeah, I do it with cope. I did it. That's what I used, Keith. Wasn't as effective, but it works. FM's in the house. I've got a big bag of K1 somewhere. Got a lot of media. Got a lot of shrimp media. Good evening. How can you not like Julie de Chromis? AKA the Masked Julie. One of these fish has got a bent snout. This one here, what's there? Its nose is actually bent to the left. Bless it. And I believe that's a female what's bred. I think there's babies in there, but I think they're at the back. I also have Julie Chromis Kippy Eye. Julie Chromis, but different pattern. But the tank's on the floor. Soon all my tanks will be waist height and above, so you'll be able to see all my fish. Because at this moment in time, I can't show you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fish tanks. I can by hand, but then they'll be all over the place. I want to be able to have my tripod go to waist or above. Julie's are definitely belters. Funny fish. Really interesting to watch. They swim up the side of the wall and stay there for like 4 hours. But all the babies in my Julie de Chromis Kipley Eye, I've noticed all the babies are up like that on the sponge filter, sideways. I wonder if it makes them feel safer or something like that. Anyway, I hope you're all getting new subs. I've probably lost some. You're guaranteed when you do a live and go off, you've lost a subscriber. I'm stuck on 80. But Rome wasn't built in a day, was it? Not that I'll get as big as Rome. The missus has accepted the fact our office is now my fish room. Yeah, he said last night. Happy times. I'm on 82. I've got 2 new subs. Thank you. One or two a day. I so hope Samsung can sort my locked phone out. Because otherwise I'll be throwing it. Keeps the doctor away. I gained 3 and lost 4 this weekend. It's mad, isn't it? Swings and roundabouts, isn't it? They say don't take it to heart and whatnot, but it's hard not to when you're starting to do well and then you have a big drop off. I think to myself, well, why did you subscribe in the first place? But it seems to happen to us all, clearly. I mean, I'm very new to all this. Very, very new to the whole. I mean, I've got a couple of live stream as guests coming up, but I never used to like showing myself, my face. I ain't really bothered now, but I like this way best because you feel like you can talk to people better this way than unless you've got this expensive setup, which I don't have. I will be doing a live soon, maybe prepare the house to walk around and show my pole dancing pole. Ooh, yeah. Show us your pole, Eduardo. Or if you keep on pushing for subs, some cracking channels. You've got to not care, Marie. I mean, the first week I was like, what? My most I lost in one day was 7. I was like, what? What I said? Is it something I've done? I mean, to be honest, this isn't really much, but look how everyone's chatting. And that's what it's all about for me. I get more enjoyment of the chatting. Or I should say I get as much enjoyment out of the chatting fish stuff to fish people as I do seeing the fish. Eduardo, I've got tanks on the bottom. I want to show them, but I can't. I'm going to start tomorrow by lifting some tanks up. I've got space now for. I've made space for 2 tanks. I close this terrarium down, and that's space for another tank, and then I can move my isopods. I've got space for a big tank. Something's happened on YouTube. I've noticed it, and people like yourself, Keith, have mentioned it. It's like they don't want people to grow, because then that means paying out money. Probably they don't want me, because people want to make content and go and get it monetized. They're like, whoa, more and more people are doing it now. Some trying to chase the not for the care of the fish and to enjoy the chat with the people, but to actually become this big famous person who doesn't know diddly squat about fish, or even let alone how to cycle a tank. It boils my when they don't cycle a tank. Put fishing straight away. First of all, why does the shop not ask, is your tank cycled? And then makes that person say, yeah, so and so, it's got this, it's got that. That's exactly what I do with why I'm not focusing on subs, I'm focusing on my thing. I've got some stuff in my phone already recorded to do a few things, like me doing maintenance. Someone might learn something. I, and personally, I like watching how people do things. Maintenance is one of my biggest watches. That's why I like Craig. The guy's always doing something. Always busy, and that's me. Pets at home, yeah, pets at home do ask, actually, yeah. I still won't buy from there. Because if I asked them about the nitrogen cycle, they'd be like, what do you mean? Liquid nitrogen. You should do, Marie, though, because people do like to see how others do things. Because you could do something what somebody else doesn't do, and that could save them 5 or 10 minutes of maintenance time. That's how I see it. Craig's the man. He's the man from down under. When someone pushes for subs, leave. I leave. I'm not here. Yeah, well, you won't get that from me, whatever. I'm not here to please the many. I'm here to please the few. And if it takes next 20 years to get to the many, as long as them many are all like the few, I'll be happy. Interesting topic though, isn't it? Better than talking to myself, I did that for. Yeah, you were saying about that, Craig. I can see how you could talk to yourself though, but I do that already. I'm a crazy Englishman. %, Shane, that's exactly what it is. Let's go to the fish next to them. These are your. This is a custom built dual tank. I got this one. That's one tank split into two. The downside to this tank, it wasn't cheap and it took forever to come. These are the Lamprologus ocellatus gold. And I would show you the fry in here, but the camera won't pick them up. And it looks like they've all buggered off into the shell. I'll get it. I'm on YouTube, boy. Yeah, they are nice, aren't they? I might just get one made. I might get one made. I might get a fake one. These fish here, don't be deceived by the smallness, because they actually bite and it hurts. Okay, for them proper moody little buggers. They go for the net and everything. They've got teeth at the bottom. Little fish, big attitude. Just like Marie Keith. I've just ordered an on air and a custom fish room neon thing made. So I'm waiting for that to be made and delivered. Little touches like that in your room, you've got to have on you. It's like me with my posters. I've always been, ever since I was a kid, and into my football and fast cars, always keep posters. Yeah, you'll keep at it, Craig. Like I say, people want to see maintenance, and look, it's like that stream you did, Craig, and you showing your coin collection. I collect coins as well, so I was really interested in that. I'm not just about fish. I'm a geek in history. I'm big into history. Very big into history. It's the only subject at school I got straight A's in. They just look like a moody fish, don't they? I'll stay the crazy Aussies, but I'll never change. A spade's a spade, I hope you never change. I want to be pacing up and down under pay official like Joey Mullen. I never want to be like that guy. He's let it go to his head. I like his content. I don't like his attitude. He wasn't always like that. I think that's a case of it's a prime example of what YouTube can make a person. That's exactly it, Craig. There is. Don't have to be fish. When I saw your coins, I started dribbling. Then you've got Paul from Fish Northwest, who I saw in his video, collects hats. Another thing, I collect hats. His old content was amazing because it was real back then, and it's almost like now it's become scripted. And I don't like that kind of content. Love his tanks. I love his tanks, don't get me wrong. And I really don't like the way he does some things, but if it works, if it's not broke, don't fix it, case of thing. But I could never get like that. I wouldn't never want to go to that place because I'm not that kind of person. I'm the shy, cumbersome type. And if I was in a crowd of people, I'd be the one always out the way in the back garden. Definitely. Oh, you was talking to Paul? Definitely Craig. I'd rather watch a real stream than one that's been pre-edited, and then they're on screen and it's almost like they're reading off a board. That's not for me. Graham was talking about the King of DIY. No, I didn't see that. I follow Ohio Fish Rescue as well because I like to see how they do things with so many tanks. It's like a maze of pipework. It was cringeworthy. That showed his true character. Oh, I know which one you're on about now. Because Joey was supposed to be fighting Eduardo of Predatory Fins, wasn't he? In a charity fight. But now they're fighting somebody different because something happened. A little bit of he said she said on YouTube with a certain YouTubers. That's all that Graham's. I like that one, LRB, yeah. There's been a lot of he said, she said. I mean, there was Ohio Fish Rescue slating King of DIY not so long ago regarding something, yet about 2 months before they was doing a fish tour. It's like, what's going on? Why can't people just get along? World's a bad enough place as it is. Make love, not war. Father Fish will slap them all. Marie, trust me, I mean, when I first got into shrimp, Marie, there was shrimp wars. Certain actual legit companies, and because they weren't selling the shrimp and private breeders was, someone reported someone, and yeah, and it opened a big can of worms. And then shrimp wars started. That was 2015 to 2017. Shrimp wars. It happens all the time with the fish police. There's fish police everywhere. I could tell you some things about the hobby, Marine, you'd be like, probably you'd never think you'd see that side of it, or imagine some of the things you hear, but you do. When you get to like, no, the underground side of it, it's like, it's a big can of worms. But I'm all for everybody getting along. I hate people falling out. Don't like to see it. Father Fish dish, do you want to laugh? Yeah, it is Eduardo. That's exactly it. Of course fish need enrichment. The fish you're looking at now didn't act like that when it wasn't planted. They acted, you didn't even know there was fish in there because it was scared and shy. Now they've got lots of plant enrichment and high flow. They're always out. I feel like I'm taking over when I'm so I don't do it. The way you do it, Craig, is fantastic. I take my hat off to you, you don't do anyways. I like the way you... I think that's the path I'd like to take. I like the lives because it's the interaction. I don't get a lot of private interaction in my life, if I'm honest, so this for me is like a blessing. I unsubbed to FF this morning. What's FF? Oh, Father Fish. I'm not up to date with all these short... Father Fish. I don't even watch him, so I couldn't tell you. Oh, here goes my disco light. Hi, send me a light so I can do a review on it. I use all the Higer things as well. Richard. Hello, big boy. Yeah, lightning mod Marie. It's funny enough, Glenn's got the same light and it does the exact same thing. So it's that model has clearly got a fault because it's the only that model. I use 3 other models of Higer. None of them do it, but that model of Higer does it. Egomaniac, wannabe expert, or yeah. Nobody knows everything, guys. Nobody. Everybody knows something, yes. But the best part is about this, we all learn off each other. Oh, Marie, you'll get used to Richard. He's one of the shrimp friends. Keeps telling me I've got a private jet. I can explain in detail why he's dating. Do a video on it, Keith. I'm going to have a good YouTube watch this evening because I can't get on my old phone, my new phone. all the apps on this phone have gone. Cancelled the car service, bells to Crook to go there. Agreed, Rob. Yeah, definitely. Aren't they nice, God? Aren't they nice? And I am noticing they're getting more yellow. I don't know if that's down to food or the fact the fish is more chill. When they first come, they just look plain old, plain, but yellowtail Congos are nice. They had the blue-eyed Congo as well in there. It's the first time I'd ever seen them. You know my thoughts on MD Richard. Changes his tanks more than his underpants. How to cycle a tank? Use quick start. Add two capfuls and you've got your beneficial bacteria. Get lost. Good night, FM. Take care, mate. Yeah, God, actually get some yellowtails. They're nice. I'll be going to the shop to get some more, so you will see some other African tetras in there soon. So I do apologise in advance if I make you want anything else. I have seen his house, Richard. I can't come, but this in the guy and what he's done, because it's took some graft to get there. I just wish he'd show the whole cycle in a tank. From start to finish. He does that much editing, surely he could. Good night, mate. He only fishes his feed aquarium food. Flake this, flake that. Oh, it is. I won't make that kind of money talking shit, I just get told to F off. I still watch his stuff, Richard, don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, there's a right way and a wrong way, isn't there? Many people see it, because I've read some of the comments. Hi, Stubby. Cheers, mate. Stubbsy. Come on, Korea. You're waiting for something, Greg. There's nothing worse than waiting for the postman or something to arrive, especially if it's fish. I'll be ordering some more fish again soon. Just getting a little cash pot together. Selling a few shrimp, some fish, sell some fish and use the money to buy my next tanks. Oh yeah, you've got your new oils for your day, haven't you, cupboard? I wish they did that here, but you can get it on prescription, but you have to go through a right load of red tape just to be prescribed it. Yeah, I do watch the King of DIY. Richard, I do. Imagine having an house that big. What a fish room you'd have. You see it again? Red. Yeah, God. You have the big expos. We have nothing here. You've got aqua shella. Aquashella Dallas, Aquashella Chicago, is it? Aquashella. There's a few, isn't there? You don't get that out. Germany get them all. America gets them all. His garden run bigger than my house. Yeah, man. His entrance to his house is bigger than my house. I live in a shed. Oh, so I hope I have my phone done tomorrow so I can get back to some quality and not crap. You don't realise how bad a camera is until on a phone until you get the new model. Why can't you just make one model with the same camera? What's always the best? He's going to build a pond after Fishpert might build a pond. He could build a lake. Is the money he makes from YouTube, surely he's got to pay for it all. I know it's a legitimate business because he gets aquaflora plants delivered. Because on one of his videos I know because I got some plants from wholesale through Glen, and I saw the plant passports on the side, so I know for a fact that's how he gets all his plants. And I do believe aquaflora sponsors him now. So basically all his plants are free. I don't sleep in a tank, Richard. What you guys can hear now is what I hear when I'm going. Which sets me to sleep. Oh, did you see it as well? I know they do, Keith. You are determined to get that out, yeah. It is on. I've seen it on last week's Aquadip, I think. Aquadip's list changes like the wind, and even if it's available, sometimes you can order through them and they send replacements without telling you. No, I mean pond. I think it's the money he makes from YouTube itself. Then add a little bit. I think the fact API sponsor him and aquarium food is what covers his tanks, maintenance, feeds and whatnot. So I assume all that don't come out of his pocket. And he drives a nice car. This is what I mean. You've got to be careful with Aquadip, Keith, because they're constantly they're bad for it. The only good one really is our Tropica, but Tropica's minimum order is 150 straight off the bat. I do like Tropica plants for some reason, but the last lot of Aquadip plants, the ones before them, didn't do well for me at all, but these ones have all, as you can see, have done well. If anyone ever wants to order plants in mass and get a little bit of a good deal, speak to Glenn at GB Shrimp, because he's got accounts for them all, and Glenn's nice like that. Just don't use and abuse. I only back the products I trust, 100%. Dimax, yeah, I've seen some of that Dimax stuff. Is that all the new Dimax, is that the new food range what's come out? I think I've seen it on something on, it was either Keeping Fish Simple or I think Katie Sickles was doing a tour at an expo and they had a stall there, Dimax. Glenn should sell plant. I tried selling them for him, Keith. Because he has no access to store all the plants. I stored them and He paid for all the packaging material. I've still got all the packaging material here, but let's just say some little idiot was undercutting us, just to be that idiot, and it affected everything, so we stopped. Graham's Aquarium Adventures in a year. So I saw him do his plant unboxing to sell plants. He does drive a nice car, very nice car. See, there's exactly there, Craig. There's a one door closes, another one opens. The door closes for him and it opens for you. I'm thinking about it here because I live in a city, Hull, on the east coast, and its population is 4,500,000 people, and there's one shop, and it's crap. So it's actually, the fish room's smaller than my bedroom, and the till section is like one person at a time. So if the shop gets full, you aren't getting served. Yeah, the Diamax folds do look good. It's like an electric hybrid Jag, is it? Or is it a Porsche? Just Fins is a good shop. If you want a good shop, again, I'll keep saying it till the sun comes up. If you're in the UK, Wharf Aquatics, it's worth the journey. You'll thank me once you've been. Unfortunately, you won't thank me for the money you spend in the shop, because you see fish you didn't even know existed. SUV Jag, that's the one, isn't it? Like an SUV hybrid. You shouldn't feel... Craig, it's a dog-eat-dog world, mate. Do you think they'd feel the same? I know the answer to that. Trust me, when one door closes, one always opens. They should sponsor you at this rate. Good evening, Charlotte. I'm on my old phone, Charlotte, because as you know, my new one's stuck. No worries, Eduardo. I didn't plan on doing this long, but everyone's still chatting, so I'll keep talking. It is true, Craig, because you're like me. You're a crazy man, but you're so nice. And at the end of the day, we're not put on this earth to be nice all the time. Sometimes you have to be ruthless to gain a yard. A very bad day. For those of you who don't know Charlotte's one of my besties. Charlotte keeps a huge array of exotic animals, but she's too shy, and I keep telling her she has to show the world. That's just typical you, Charlotte. You could have an accident in an empty room, yo. How would you place your foot in a bin bag? Was there something sticking out the bin bag? Obviously. Like an old tin can. Long way from me, Rob. It is, but if you're ever... Hey, Marie, talking of coming up here, 1st of March, that's when we play you here. 1st of March. Put in your diary, and then you can pop across 5 minutes, have a look at my fish room, and then go watch the football. Oh, glass hanging out sticking out the bag. Ouch. Yeah, 1st of March, Marie. Hull City at the MKM. Unless it's changed for Sky, which I hate.
Football season is nearly here. But the big question for you English guys and girls, is football coming home? For the Americans, that's soccer.
I lost luck to a rent increase. Amazon fire at the second 6 months ago, like not going to reopen.
Unfortunately, God, it's... This city I'm in used to have, when I was 16, 17, 7 different stores we could go to in a 5-mile radius. Now there's one. There is other shops I can go to, but it's your chain stores, and I don't like them. That's what I do. Swap for new fish. That's what I'll be doing with Rashadi, I reckon. That's exactly what it's about, Richard. Money. Chelsea, Chelsea, Chelsea. But you might as well, Marie, if you're coming up on coach or depending how you travel, all that it's not a short distance. I've been down to Plymouth before on coach, and what a long journey it is. And I do believe last time your coach broke down. Lava lamps are dangerous. Right guys, I'll be back in 2 minutes. Just talk amongst yourselves. Nature calls.
back, guys. My room really smells like a fish shop. It's got that tank smell going on. My heaters have been off most of the legs. Yeah, same with some of my tanks, Charlotte. Because if I don't, they get very hot. So what I did with a lot of them, I fitted ink bed style, starts to warm my heaters. Wonder why. When you pop up, Charlotte. Oh, Charlotte, did you want that RO unit? Because not only have I got the RO unit, I've also found a load of heat mats. I don't need them either. Yeah, guys, Charlotte's got some crazy funky animals. She keeps ferrets. And I keep telling her to make some content. Marie, she definitely should. She has some crazy animals. How much are RO units? When it comes to RO units, the cheapest on the market is $59.99 for a half decent one. But mine's a 200 gallon per day, and it cost me £175, but it come fitted with water booster for extra boost, auto shut off, and it's got a back flush system, so every so often it'll make a click and it actually self cleans. But I won't be without my RO system, but I paid £175 for that one. But it's been the best, I'll say it now, the best £175 I've spent in aquatics. I get 200 litres of RO water in 6 hours, which is quite a lot. Yeah, no, Charlotte, I've got all sorts of bits. I really don't need to mix. There's things in drawers, and I could have other stuff in them drawers. But yeah, from $100 to right up to. It depends. What do you want from an RO unit, really? Because you could start at 50 gallons per day if it's just for one tank. But if it's going to be for multiple tanks, I would always recommend going at 100 minimum. Yeah, it's just for if the booster's not kicked in, you would basically only get 100 litres, about 75 litres actually, in 6 hours. But if I boost the pump on, I actually get 210 litres in 6 hours with the booster pump on. It's good having an RO system because it puts you in control of parameters. It opens the door for you to have so many more species, be that soft water, making your own remineralising, or hard water remineralising. I've seen some. I used to keep guinea pigs, Marie. Used to breed them and sell some of them to a shop that I used to use, but they'd only ever pay you in like shop vouchers. I have a 3-stage water from Evolution Aqua. I wonder if that is RO set up as a pipeline. It looks the same. Probably, yeah. They all work the same. But your objective to get pure water is you always, if it's a 3-stage or a 4-stage and it doesn't contain DI resin, you'll never get 0 TDS. But if you see, I have a resin chamber. Let me turn the light on so you can see. That's better. I have a big resin chamber there. That's colour changing resin. When that colour turns from purple to yellow, it needs changing. But I added an extra, so I put another one there.
So mine's actually 4, 5, 6 stage, but with that I get 0 TDS a lot longer without changing some of the cartridges. You're supposed to change every 3 months. I only change every 6 months. I don't drink tap water, Craig. Not after I saw what last week was put in it. Monthly maintenance, they cost nothing, but they recommend, Charlotte, about every 3 to 6 months. Every 3 months you change the sediment filter, the carbon filter, and then every 6 months you change the membrane, but they don't cost much. But if you do it like me, rather than put a 5 sediment thing in, I've put a 10, and because I catch more sediments at the start, I'm getting a longer life out of my second and third cartridges, which is interesting. It's like the wastewater, my wastewater, what comes off that fills that bin, and that's my hard water. But I run it through a dechlorinator just to take the heavies out. No, it just doesn't dechlorinate. It takes certain, because my tap water TDS is 396, and then if I put it through this dechlorinator straight from the tap, it comes in at 288. So it does take something out. Yeah, there is remineralisations. I've seen them. So you can actually remineralise your water to your set amount. Again, it's a little bit extra, but if your intent is to build your water back up to specific levels, then it's a good idea. To remineralise my shrimp tanks, for my Caridina shrimp, I use this. I need a light what can... I've had to turn lights off so you can see other tanks. I use that. It's a liquid. Rather than using salts, I do a liquid because it breaks down into the water quicker. GH, oh, I love your water. I love that water. Eduardo, if you come here and drank out of my tap water, you'd be like, what the hell is this? But it's so chemically... Yeah. No worries, Charlotte. Mine's more just to take some of the rubbish out of the water. I use a thingy for that. HMA triple pond filter. It's just a dechlorinator, but it doesn't do dechlorinate. It takes the heavy metals out of the water. That's outside. I love a well in my garden. You've got some lovely soft water, Eduardo. Lovely soft water. Yeah, it's pretty much city life that. It's like it here. It's horrible. Why don't drink it? We'll put a small amount of cyanide in drinking water. I know it's at safe levels and all that. I love salty shrimp being using it. You get more bang for your buck with salty shrimp, Craig, but I'm so used to using liquid form now, and it's over here to get salty shrimp ever since Brexit happened, because 99% of salty shrimp comes from Germany, and since Brexit they've got this new Brexit tax on everything. So just getting some salty shrimp from wholesalers for Glenn, my friend GB, to get it, it's near on impossible. So what's happened is those who do have it available for sale have bumped the price up. A bottle of that lasts me 6 months and costs me about 12 US dollars. Your tap's 6.5. That's what I achieved my Tetra tanks at. You know what mine is? 7.6. It's like liquid bloody lime scale. It has rained a lot this year, hasn't it? A lot more rain this year. Not much summer, but more rain, which usually says we're going to have a big dry spell and a nose pipe ban. It's a thing with England. A dry spell. A dry spell for us is 26 Celsius. Now we're in Health, Florida, well water in my neck of the woods is much better. My pH is about 6.8 and 7 depending on the system upkeep. I had to keep my pH steady underneath the sand is actually soil, which is actually pH 5.5, but because I've got holy rock in there which increases the GH blah de blah, the pH has risen to about 6.6, 6.5, which is perfect for me. As long as I do regular water changes, because if I leave them longer, it goes up and up and up. But you blame Marie for the water acidity. You blame Marie for everything. Right guys, I'm going to cut it short now because I've gone 3 hours and I only planned on doing an hour. So I shall bid you all a good evening and enjoy the rest of your day, what's left. Catch you all on the other side. Yeah, me too, Richard. It's been a long day. No worries, Eduardo. It's been nice to have you here. No worries, God. Take good care, all. Peace out.